Hello everybody, my name is KeyboardSlapper and today I am playing Lost Planet 3, the latest installment in the Lost Planet series by Capcom. Lost Planet is probably one of Capcom's most popular franchises from the last decade, and it has had a lot of changes since the last game. Like Devil May Cry before it, Capcom have decided to hand over the development to a Western development team, and I don't know if that is good or not. Originally the series was directed by Kenji Ogura, but now he is a co-director alongside Matt Sophos of Spark Unlimited, and it just feels like a lot of things that made Lost Planet 1 and 2 really good are just missing in this game. The game was made on the Unreal 3 engine, and it's just really obvious just by looking at the game because everything just seems kind of grey and bland, and the guys just seem quite big. It's kind of like you're playing Gears of War or any other third-person shooter from the last 5 years. But obviously I'll show you more differences as the video goes on, but for now let's have a quick rundown of the plot. Lost Planet 3 is a prequel to the Lost Planet series, and it's still based on EDN 3, but obviously it is frozen over once again, so don't expect any tropical scenery like you saw in Lost Planet 2. You take the role of Jim Payton, your everyday American dream man who just wants to make money for his family and just have a house in the middle of nowhere probably. I haven't actually heard him say that, but I'm just guessing. And that's all he really seems to be. I'm only 3 hours into this game, but he just seems like quite a bland character. All he really cares about is his rig, which is right behind him, and I'll get to that in just a moment because it's pretty hard to not talk about, and his wife and kid at home, and actually just making money for them. And apart from that, there really isn't much, and it just feels like there needs to be more, and I'm hoping he will develop as a character as the game goes on, but for some reason I kind of doubt that. The other characters I've been introduced are kind of the same, but there is one thing I like about all of them, and that is the voice acting. The voice acting is kind of like lower grade Hollywood style, where it's still good but it can be bad at points. Kind of like Pacific Rim, where the visuals were really good but the acting was kind of like not so great. But anyway, as it's pretty hard to ignore, let's get onto the rig, which is basically his workplace, and it's just a giant mech. At first it seems pretty cool and I was quite excited to actually get going in it, but after being in it for a while I got pretty bored pretty quickly. But let me just show you what it's all about. Here is your hub. You change to first person and straight away you sort of think you're going into a Hawking kind of experience, but it's really not. The functions you have to hand are a drill claw, which apparently is not working at the moment, surprisingly enough. There we go, now we can move them. So you have your block, your drill arm, your claw, and smacking them with a drill arm. And that's basically all you have in this mech. It feels like it should have a lot more, but it really doesn't. Ooh, pretty. Now I probably should say that this game is really quite nice when it comes to graphics, but there are some minor problems like the drop in frame rate when everything gets a bit too busy. You'll find that the motions and animation just get a bit choppy, and also the shadows have a tendency of messing up from time to time as well. It's not enough to really ruin your experience, but it's really hard not to notice. Oh, there goes the shadows. Yep, there you go. Shadows messing up again. I should also probably point out that I am playing this on the Xbox 360 at the moment. I imagine that the PC version will be a lot better when it comes to frame rate and maybe even the shadows, but I'm not too sure. Just because you can control all the settings just a little bit better than you can on Xbox 360, where you have no control in it whatsoever. But now let's get to the bit that we've all been waiting for, the actual combat. Now if you played the previous games, then you may remember that they are actually quite arcadey in their combat. Stop firing at me, I'm trying to talk. But this game is not arcadey whatsoever. It is your everyday straight-faced third-person shooter where you just run around, duck behind cover, and shoot as many things as possible. And sometimes with these little creatures, this big mech is just a bit too much. So, after destroying that one, we're going to get out of our rig and show you what the combat on foot is like. So the combat is not innovative whatsoever. Basically, you have a dodge and a shoot. Stop shooting at me! Thank you. Ow! Come on guys, don't be like that. You do have a sprint button, but it feels like it does nothing at all, and you feel like you're going as slow as when you're walking. I'm reloading, wait, thank you. At first the game does give off the illusion that it isn't going to be your everyday cover-based shooter, but at some points it will just drop a chest-high crate right in front of you and you just have to use it. I mean, you don't have to use it, you could easily just jump out and get yourself killed, but it's not advisable. Something's shooting but I cannot see it. Apparently I'm being shot at, but I can't see it. The mini-map at the top right says there's an enemy right here, but I do... Is it stuck in the rock? No, it's there, I just stepped on it. My mistake. So this mission includes us having to de-ice this pump right here, which is the only thing I actually find myself doing. It seems like I'm just trying to battle with the weather by making sure everything is maintained. I know that is actually his job, but as a player, I feel like I'm doing absolutely sweet F all. But when you're not repairing with your mech, you get to mix things up by repairing things by hand. And luckily, repairing things by hand is so easy and so fun. All you have to do is take the left analog stick and then line it up when it goes white, like that, then take the right analog stick and do exactly the same. Yep, it's as easy as that, and wasn't that fun? Oh wait, that wasn't fun at all. Yes, it was actually quite boring. What the hell are you? Stop that, stop that. If you're looking for combat much like the previous games, you're not going to find it here. It's not fun whatsoever. They actually make it feel like a job. And considering this game is about 99.9% shooting and ducking and rolling, it's just really boring. And now I've been shot out of my rig. How convenient. The guns also have a tendency of feeling like pea shooters. There is no knockback, there is no recoil, there is no bullet drop, there's nothing like that. It is simply just point and click. When you come up to a group of enemies, you just find yourself standing there, hitting right trigger without really aiming, and then ducking where appropriate. It is just really dull combat, and the mech really just feels like it's a missed opportunity. There could be so much to do in this mech, but there's really nothing at all. The only use that I found for it so far is picking up enemies and crushing them and then knocking ice out of the way. That's all I've got. There goes the frame rate, and now they have locked my cockpit, so now I can't get out at all, which basically just takes away any freedom I had. These pointless ice obstacles just are more of a nuisance. I know why they're there. It is a frozen planet. There is going to be icicles that get in your way, but there is an extent. That is basically all this mech is used for. It could be so much more, but it's just not. It's so upsetting. Oh no, droidicars! Drill! I meant to pick you up, sorry. I thought I could just drill you, but no, I've got to do the same animation I do every single time. Fantastic. So basically, to defeat these guys, I can't just smash wildly, I have to do a counter every single freaking time. How fun! And now I have been knocked out of my rig yet again. Can I get back into it, or do I have to wait for it to repair? I'm pretty sure it said that it had locked my rig, but I guess it really hasn't. Ow! Easy, tiger! Ow! There are a lot of situations where I find myself getting my arse handed to me, but I just don't realise it. There is no sense of peril. Usually there is a health indicator, so you have like a health bar, or maybe the screen will get red around the edges, but I haven't actually seen anything like that. I know my health regenerates, but I've never seen it being at a bad point. I've never had the HUD glow red, like, no, get out the way, find defense. I just constantly get smacked, get back up again, and then just carry on doing what I was doing until whatever I was fighting is dead. And that's it. And the fact they give me the option to get out and shoot these guys and waste my time and ammo, or just use my mech to grab them and drill them to death, it's a bit boring, because I'm obviously going to pick the quicker one because I want to get this over and done with really fast, because it's not fun. Where are you, you oversized woodlouse? Come here. Right, I think we're good. If I just leave, maybe it will just forget about me. Nope, it's still here. Hello there. There are these little scenes where Jim and his wife have one-way conversations via video messages, and they are actually quite nice. They actually give characters a sense of being human, which, to be honest, a lot of games don't actually do well these days, but it just seems kind of unnecessary. Lost Planet 1 and 2 didn't have that, but they had good gameplay, and that's what the game was all about, but this just doesn't even have that. And when they say that you have an open world to explore, what they mean is that it's actually really linear, and the parts that you are able to explore are basically just long drawn out bits that you have to get to a mission. If you've ever played Rage, you know what I mean, where you're just walking constantly to get to your mission. Every now and then you will go to the same point you went to at a previous time, and that's basically all it is when it says exploration. I'm sorry that this video does probably sound like I'm just moaning, but I did expect a lot from this game, and I'm just pretty annoyed that there really isn't much to it. I think I knew I was in for a bumpy ride as soon as I started up the game and saw an opening scene which seemed very reminiscent of another opening scene that I had witnessed earlier this year. And also, if I can get out here, which I can, fantastic, I can also show you this menu. Doesn't it look awfully familiar, maybe? I don't know where I've seen it before, but it just seems so familiar. And it's little things like that that just kind of annoyed me at the beginning, but then as it just went on and I saw the gameplay and I started experiencing the plot and saw really nothing, it just got really upsetting. I didn't think that I was going to be so attached to the franchise, but after seeing this and just seeing the utter slaughter of the gameplay, I just feel quite bad. I'm sure there are some people who will enjoy this game for what it is, and for them, I'm happy for you, and I wish I was one of you, but I just can't. As I'm playing, I'm still trying to find the good points, but I'm just not seeing them, and it's just getting really annoying. I want to be one of those people who plays a game and go, yeah, this is fun, I like it, the plot is nice, and so on and so forth, but I just find it so hard to be one of those guys these days. Alright, instead of being critical, let's just get on with the missions. Actually, speaking of missions, all the missions that I've done so far have basically just been go out, clean this, come back. Have a fight with an oversized monster. In fact, not very oversized. If it was over the top size like the ones in Lost Planet and Lost Planet 2, I would forgive it. But no, they're like medium sized and even smaller compared to the ones in the previous titles. So unfortunately, they're really boring as well, but I am hoping it all picks up, but I just don't know when that's going to happen. Anyway, I'm going to try stop being a critic and try and enjoy the game. Now let's see if we can actually do that. Crouching, still crouching. Oh, hey there, puppy. How's it going? Yep, just run off with your alien creature. That's fine. Just don't bother me. Nothing's happening. Not seeing anything. Interest dropping. Oh, look, there's a monster. Woo! How fun. Shoot. Dodge. Shoot. Dodge. Ow. Shoot. Shoot. Are you stuck there? Shoot. Why are you stuck in front of me? Could you please move your ass? I kind of need to get past. Please, I know you're my enemy right now and you're probably just trying to stop me from proceeding through the game, which is probably a good way to actually stop me killing you, but I'm getting quite annoyed. Please move. Please move. Oh, you're dead. Fantastic. Okay, carry on. Oh, no, your corpse is in the way now. Hurry up and dissolve. There we go. Just shoot it when it's frozen. Oh, another one. Can you come back? I need to shoot you. Let me just get my pistol out so I have better aim. Bang, bang, bang. Come on, then. Come on. Shoot. And it's dead. There we go. Easy enough, thank you. Get out of my way. And as you see, I got hit quite a bit. But I didn't see one indication of me needing to heal up or try and find cover. And I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'm not even playing on easy. There's really no excuse for that. Just what I needed. More repairing to get me through this game. The funnest bit. Hang in there, Jim. Why did I have to do a button mashing event to hold on when you just let go and used your grappling hook? That didn't seem pointless at all. Climb that, climb this, and after 5 grappling hooks later, maybe we can actually do something. Hello, minions that die in one hit. How's the kids? Dead, I hope. Yeah, hit me if you want. I don't mind. I'm basically a superhuman. Here, have a grenade. Ah, great, one of these. Now, these are the funnest parts of this game. Basically, these red bits, they just explode randomly, and I don't really know how to manage going through them. They just seem to explode. Do I just rush through them? Do I shoot them? But shooting them will take ages, so I just have a tendency of running through them, taking the hits, and acting like nothing's happened. Probably not a great tactic, but it seems to work, and I'm still alive, so I really don't see the problem. Shooting my pistol. Also, the pistol has unlimited ammo, so just feel free to go crazy with that, really. Now, this really takes the biscuit when it makes you crawl through a space with these exploding capsule things. It just seems so annoying because you can't even shoot them if you really wanted to. Easy now. Easy now. He won't see you if you stay here. Hi there, you can obviously see me. Just bite off my head. I'm right here. Go on, right here. Swipe at me as much as you want. Go on, just get me. I'm actually interested. Try and kill me. No, I basically just gave you my body and you ignored it. Well, thank you very much, I feel insulted. These missions are actually quite lengthy if you do plan on actually taking in the sights. It probably takes about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to complete a mission if you're feeling particularly slow. Otherwise, it'll probably take you about 20 minutes for each one. But I think their main problem is that it feels like it drags for hours when you're doing a mission because there just isn't really much to do. There is pretty scenery to look at, but there's only so many snowscapes you can look at until you go, yep, that is snow. If there was something more to the fights, I'll just feel a little bit more motivated to do the missions, but at the moment I just feel like dossing about in the armory. And it's a new monster and it's flying. Fantastic. Get down. Thank you. Well, the addition of these flying monsters meant to be challenging because I'm really not feeling that challenge at the moment. Ooh, I'm actually getting some red around the screen. Now that's a good sign. You do have a relatively alright selection of guns to pick from when you go to the armory in the main base, but there just doesn't seem to be really any point in them because you could just go with the pistol, which is pretty powerful in itself, and you get unlimited ammo. Why do you need anything else? Oh, and the grappling hook. I haven't talked about the grappling hook enough yet. In Lost Planet 1, the grappling hook actually required some skill to use, but now it just seems like an excuse to skip part of the level. As soon as you come to the ledge, you just click one button, you climb to the top of it, and that's it. There is just no substance to it, and I'm sorry that I am moaning so much. You know, I'm sad that I'm moaning so much. I'll dislike this video too, just because I thought this game was going to be better than it really was. And looking at the reviews by everyone who has released them so far, they agree. Unlike Devil May Cry, when they shifted to a Western developer and actually made a very good Devil May Cry game, the same can't be said for this game. It's just not a Lost Planet game. It is too easy. I said to myself that I would complete a mission for this video, but I'm actually regretting that decision. It is taking so damn long. I'm half tempted just to close this game and end the video here, but I do want to stick it out until the end just to see if anything good happens. And now the fact that I have just opened the door to a wide and vast area like this, I feel like I actually might come into something good and reasonably fun. So do trust me when I say I am not just making this video to bash this game. I wanted this game to be good. I was hoping to make a video on it and have some fun with it, but it's just not happening. I've tried to make jokes, I've tried to make it seem fun, but I just can't do it. Some games you just play them, there's nothing to comment about apart from how bad they are. You can't make it a fun video, it can't be funny, it just has to be said. It's not very good. Oh, hello giant crab. Oh, this is a bit inconvenient. Now that is a big monster. It's not as big as I was hoping, but it's still a big monster. So it jumps for me, I shoot it, I roll. There we go, and then I shoot it. Oh, I gotta reload. Give me time. Shoot, 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 and one arm's come off already. Do you want your arm back? Here you go, have it. Oh, ouch, I was just trying to deliver your arm back. If you really don't want it, I'll take you home as a souvenir. So I think you see the point that I'm trying to get across here. The fighting, no matter how big it is really boring and mundane. Also, the fact that they took out the co-op option that you could get in Lost Planet 2 is really sad. There is a multiplayer section to this game, but it is just your everyday team deathmatch, player versus player malarkey, and I really can't be arsed with that. If it had a co-op like Lost Planet 2, despite it not being Lost Planet 2, it might be quite a fun game. Just because when you play with two people, it's just easier to ignore the crap in the game and just play it for what it is. Whereas if you're playing on your own, the only thing you can really do is point out how bad it is and how much you're wasting your own time. At least with two people, you feel like you're being a little bit social. Yeah, you're an angry crab with no arms. Now, ow! Now, come on, that was a bit harsh, wasn't it? Yep, growl at me, now charge, and then same animation, and fire! See, it doesn't get any more repetitive than this, and now I've run out of shotgun ammo. Oh well, I have unlimited pistol rounds. It really doesn't bother me. Let's mix it up. Let's throw a grenade. Oh, it bounced off. Ow, that kind of hurt. Funny, I actually managed to cause more damage to myself than any monster in this game has at one particular time. Funny. You know what you kind of remind me of? The Locust from Gears of War. Alright, now I've seen that, I actually have no sense of respect for this game whatsoever. Are we done now? Are you done? Yes? No? Maybe? You don't know? Could I repeat the question? Shoot him a few times, and he's dead! Let's just get rid of a few chunks here, and now there is no evidence that you ever existed. Lovely. So guys, that is it really. This is Lost Planet 3, and when I started out doing this video, I wanted to be more positive. I hadn't really had a good experience for the first 3 hours, and I was really hoping it was going to get better, but as I started talking about all the things that I just found really annoying, I just got angrier and angrier. See, now that looks pretty damn awesome, but the only problem is that this game is all style and no substance. It's like having a cereal box which has a really good design, but the cereal itself is just horse shit and razor blades. I really do like the visuals of this game. I mean, look at that. Whoever handled the art for this game is fantastic. It's just a shame that the gameplay is pretty crap and the story holds about as much substance as a moldy piece of bread. Why so many food analogies? Anyway, this game just really isn't that great. I was hoping for so much more, as I've said so much, but it's just really not happening, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to leave it at a probably just don't buy this. If you're looking for a good piece of gameplay, you're not going to find it here. If you're looking for a plot that you can get yourself stuck into and you have never played any of the Lost Planet games, you're not really going to find that here. If you're looking for some charming characters, you might actually find them here, but that's really it, and what good is charming characters when it's in a crappy setting? Crab, I'm trying to end the video. Why are you intruding yet again? Alright, so we counter And then we crush the claw. It's like surgery, this. Come on. Crab, I was trying to end this video, but then you had to put some mundane boss fight in front of me. How fun. Thank you for doing that. If you're trying to change my opinion on this game, you're really not doing it well, are you, Crab? Put the claw down, grab the claw, and do the same thing again. And now I've taken off the arm, finally. Now just throw that elsewhere. There we go. Oh no, my rig was destroyed. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this on foot. When I say my rig's destroyed, it just means that it's not working for now. It will repair itself magically somehow, but I don't know how it manages that. I must be a bloody good mechanic if I can just fix it without doing anything to it. Oh, and there we go. It's magically not on fire anymore. Let's get back into it. Woohoo! This mech is just a one-trick pony. All it can do is grab and drill, and that is it! It's not fun! And as the crab blows away as a pile of his own frozen bone marrow, I end this video here. This has been Lost Planet 3, and I really can't recommend it, sadly. Unless you are a die-hard Lost Planet fan and you really want to find out what the prequel is all about, that's the only way I can suggest it. So far, it is just walk really slowly in your mech to get to a mission location, and then just do the mission and go home. Really? Sometimes there's a boss, and sometimes it's not very interesting. In fact, all the time it's not really interesting. And now as Handyman Jim heads back to base, stepping on insects along the way, I'm going to end this video here and stop moaning. Farewell.